Alexa, open WikiHow.
Okay, here's WikiHow. Hi, ask me how to do anything.
How to care for ants.
How to care for ants. To care for ants in an ant farm, feed them one small handful of food every 6 hours during the day. You can feed your ants bread or crumb cakes, pieces of bread soaked in sugar water, and tiny pieces of fruit. You should also feed your ants dead insects, like crickets, flies, and mealworms, with every meal so they get enough protein. Also, place a bottle cap filled with 7 parts water and 1 part sugar in the farm so your ants can drink from it. If you would like each step read out in detail, say read steps.
Read steps.
Step 1. Purchase an ant farm from a local pet store for a quick, easy option. The simplest way to do this is to visit a local pet supply store and purchase a sand-filled ant colony. These thin, vertical glass structures are usually about 12 inches, 30 centimeters, high and allow you to observe your ants as they dig and build tunnels. If the farm isn't already filled with sand, speak to the pet store staff. They should have some sand or soil on hand to fill up the farm with. Ant farms are relatively cheap. You should be able to find one for less than $15. If you're a first-time ant owner, or if you're helping your child care for an ant colony, a pre-made ant farm is the way to go. To continue, say next.
Next.
Step 2. Build your own ant farm for a more hands-on approach. If you're a more experienced ant owner and you'd prefer to set up your own farm, you don't have to use a pre-made ant farm. Find one large glass jar and one smaller glass jar, and place the smaller jar inside the large one. Go outside and gather several handfuls of loose soil and deposit the dirt inside the larger of the 2 jars. If the soil is moist and forms clumps, mix it with 2 to 3 handfuls of sand. This allows the ants to tunnel through the soil and sand mixture. To continue, say next.
Next.
Step 3. Locate the ant farm on a flat, stable surface away from direct light. Once it's set up and filled with soil and sand, set the ant farm on a sturdy tabletop, desk, or shelf where it won't be jostled or fall over. Keep the ant farm out of direct light, as well. Don't set it in front of a window or directly under a desk lamp. Instead, place it where it will receive ambient or indirect light. Direct, bright light can interfere with ants' reproduction cycles by killing larvae and eggs. To continue, say next.
Next.
Final step. Place a heating mat underneath the farm to regulate its temperature. Most species of ants thrive when the temperature stays consistently between 20 to 28 degrees Celsius, 68 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. To keep the temperature stable, place an electric heat mat beneath the ant colony. Then place a thermometer inside of the ant farm or glass bottle so you can keep an eye on the temperature. Your local pet supply shop should have a stock of electronic heat mats. Okay, you've reached the end of the article. To hear it again from the beginning, ask how to care for ants. Or, you can ask how to do something else. What would you like to do?
Exit.